And Mr. President,
what?
The next time you have something to say about me, don't cop out through a racist and fake AI video.
It's fake. I was not wearing a sombrero.
When I'm back in the Oval Office, say it to my face.
It's important to note that they do not believe in governance, so a shutdown of government is a victory for them.
Yeah.
They love that. Government is shut down.
He's doing it out of political desperation. He is willing to force the government to shut down just to oppose President Trump for temporary political cover for himself, and he will abandon the American people just to do that.
Liberals explode over the Trump meme. You can see he posted this in the midst of the government shutdown, and they're screeching about it everywhere. Hakeem has had multiple comments about this. He was on last night. He's like, I can't believe this. This is bigotry. All the things. He was out again this morning screaming about this out in the front of somewhere. What's her name over there? I can never remember her name. She's there, and they're just very unhappy about this, okay? Nancy Pelosi screeching about it. You've got Caitlin Collins screeching about it. Very upset, and they're letting you know, in case you didn't know, that this is AI generated. They didn't actually say this, and they're very crystal clear that what we're going to listen to, it's not actually Chuck Schumer, okay? It's a meme, it's a joke, but they call it an AI generated deep fake video. Are they trying to fake anybody out? Is there anybody that actually believes this is real? Well, they want to make sure that you know it's not real because it maybe hits a little too close to home for them. You know what I'm saying? They're like, no. It sounds like exactly like something Schumer would say, but he definitely didn't say it. Okay, it's a deep fake. Well, it's supposed to be like satirical. It's supposed to be a joke and not accepted literally for what it is, but they're like, it might be literal. Like we actually think this. So we just want to make sure you know it's a deep fake. So here is the meme that is causing a ruckus throughout America.
Look, guys, there's no way to sugarcoat it. Nobody likes Democrats anymore.
True.
We have no voters left because of all of our woke trans bullshit.
True.
Not even black people want to vote for us anymore.
True.
Even Latinos hate us. So we need new voters. And if we give all these illegal aliens free health care, we might be able to get them on our side so they can vote for us. They can't even speak English, so they won't realize we're just a bunch of woke pieces of shit.
True.
You know, at least for a while until they learn English and they realize they hate us too.
So it's not real, okay? This sombrero and this mustache are added digitally. Hakeem, pretty sure, I could be wrong about this. I'm pretty sure it's not real. And Hakeem wanted to make sure you know that it's not real. So he responded. He's like, see, I wasn't wearing a sombrero at all. I don't even have a mustache at all. I shaved this morning. So, and Schumer's like, I didn't say those things. I mean, I think those things, but I didn't say them out loud. So here is what Hakeem said. He said, bigotry will get you nowhere. Is it bigotry? You guys are fighting for illegal aliens. So we were just kind of, adding some cultural appropriation for you. Cancel the cuts, he says, lower the cost and save healthcare for illegals. We are not backing down. We hope that they don't. We hope that they do not budge an inch. And that's from Hakeem. And we were happy to see a shutdown because we think it's going to be in our favor. Chuck said this. He said, I think your shutdown is a joke. If you think your shutdown is a joke, it just proves what we all know. You can't negotiate. You can only throw tantrums. I don't know about that. I think this is them throwing a tantrum. It's just a joke and a meme, and they're very upset about it. You can see even Hakeem, we got 2 clips from him last night. He was mad about it. He kind of struggles. You kind of feel bad for Hakeem because he just, I don't know what's going on over there, but he says it's a disgusting video, but he basically is just like regurgitating what this other dude, he just shared this, and basically Hakeem just repeats it like Simon says.
But it is absolutely disgusting in every way. It is a lie. It's the man you met with has now lied about what you said after that meeting. Could you give us your reaction to that Trump posted video tonight?
It's a disgusting video, and we're going to continue to make clear bigotry will get you nowhere. We are fighting to protect the health care of the American people in the face of an unprecedented Republican assault on all the things: Medicaid, Medicare, the Affordable Care Act. Republicans are closing our hospitals, nursing homes, and community-based health clinics and have effectively shut down medical research in the United States.
Okay, where everybody's going to die because of Trump. We got that. So he says it's disgusting. This morning he came back out. It's Maxine, right? Maxine Waters is her name. I always have to really think about her name because it reminds me of that character from Star Trek. Anyways, so here is what Hakeem said this morning, moments ago, outside the Capitol.
And Mr. President,
what?
The next time you have something to say about me, don't cop out through a racist and fake AI video.
It's fake. I was not wearing a sombrero.
When I'm back in the Oval Office, say it to my face. Say it to my face.
Well, what do you want him to do? Get a mariachi band in there for you? Maybe he will. Maybe he'll get a sombrero for you. Is that what you want? Here you go. He can just frisbee it over to you and you can put it on your head. And Politico, they came out, they said, I can't believe it. Trump posts a vulgar deep fake slam of Democrat leaders after the White House meeting. And honestly, you know, I've spent a lot of time with our friends from Mexico. We live in Arizona. It's an epicenter of a lot of southern invasion is the southern border, and we're on it. And, you know, honestly, I think that a lot of the people that I've met might just laugh their butt off at this. If you're Hispanic or Latino, you look at this, you know, you go, what do you think of this? I bet you show it to a bunch, like you go man on the street, you show this to a bunch of Latinos, Mexicans, they would say, that's hilarious, man. You know, it's pretty funny. And it's because they can, you know, kind of enjoy and laugh at their own culture. The people who get outraged about this stuff are these types of people. Meredith Lee Hill. Some white chick who's just can't even accept it's a meme, it's a joke, relax. You guys are so sensitive about everything about race. Everything's vulgar, everything's a deep fake slam. Okay, we got it. Does your party fight for illegal aliens? Yes. Do you endorse sanctuary cities all across America? Yes. Do your senators fly down and go spread love all over MS-13 gangbanging illegal aliens, you human traffic people into our country? Yes. It's constant. Trump is all he's doing is just culturally aligning you with what you believe. So the president posted a vulgar AI generated deepfake. She's having a fit over it. It depicts Schumer and Jeffries as if speaking to reporters. But the fabricated audio, she's clear about this, has Schumer saying Democrats have no voters anymore because of our woke trans bullshit stuff. And this appears to be a crude reference. Oh, thank you. Thank you for explaining it to us. It appears to be a crude reference to a shutdown talking point pushed by Speaker Mike Johnson and other GOP leaders about illegals. And Jeffries is depicted in a sombrero and mariachi music plays in the background. Trump sat down with the top House Democrat. Jeffries replied. Schumer replied. They're all very upset about it, and it's just hilarious. Nancy Pelosi was also out screaming. Here's just a short snippet.
Right now, I think it's really important for the American people to recognize that every shutdown we have had has been a Republican shutdown.
Of course.
Including this one.
Yeah, and you just label it. They're going to call this a Republican shutdown. The Republicans will call it a Democrat shutdown. So your labels mean nothing.
This one even more so because they have the White House, the Senate, and the House of Representatives.
Yeah, but the House has passed a bill. All it needs to do is go over to the Senate. Just need some Democrats to join in on that, and they won't do it. So it's their fault, right?
It's important to note that they do not believe in governance. So a shutdown of government is a victory for them.
Yeah.
They love that. Government is shut down.
Yeah.
And when they've shut it down in the past, and when we've come back in, many of their leaders have not voted to come back in. So here we are at a place where we should be quite happy about meeting the needs of the American people.
Well, we're going to, and we're looking forward to the shutdown happening soon. Caitlin Collins also was getting into it with this dude, Roger Marshall. He's like, do you agree with this video? Do you think we should impeach the president? Do you think we should put him in jail for this? Caitlin Collins, here she is.
The president late tonight on his view, I guess is how I would put it, on how the negotiations at the White House went today. I want to get your reaction to what the president posted.
Look, guys, there's no way to sugarcoat it. Nobody likes Democrats anymore. We have no voters left because of all of our woke trans bullshit.
I can't believe it. Trump is such a master, honestly, at this stuff. Like, he's got CNN playing it on their primetime TV shows. It's so vulgar and offensive and bigoted and whatever Hakeem was saying that CNN plays it in the 6 o'clock hour.
Shit. Not even black people want to vote for us anymore. Even Latinos hate us.
It's true.
Is that appropriate in your view?
Look, I think sometimes the president plays with the press like a little boy, like he's a flashlight and a dog.
Right
and he's
now.
shining the flashlight here and he's shining it there. What he's saying is this offer from the Democrats is ridiculous. $1.5 trillion on top of funding that they already agreed to. That what they're asking for is completely ridiculous. It's disingenuous. And then for the Democrats to sit there and blame Republicans for the plight of rural hospitals is just so wrong. The problems with rural hospitals would be their policy, not ours.
But couldn't the president just say, these demands are ridiculous, and not post a video with Hakeem Jeffries wearing a sombrero and, you know, putting that voice over Senator Schumer talking about people of color and immigrants?
You know, I think he said that several times already. And then for them to come and not to make any really serious offer, why didn't they just say, look, let's just talk about these extra COVID-era subsidies, these extra subsidies that are costing some $35 billion a year. Let's make those just for the people who really need them. Let's go back to the original ACA and make this for people under 400%. They didn't bring a serious offer there. Look, in my estimation, Chuck Schumer wants the government to shut down to settle a political score.
Yeah, well, Vice President Vance sounded open to the subsidies, but just to be clear, you don't have any objections to that video the president posted.
I think it's said in jest. I think it's the president making...
She's more concerned about getting a talking point win about the video than the shutdown. Wild.
Making fun of a couple people that didn't bring a serious request to the White House.
Okay, I can't believe this. This is fascism sweeping across America. Rand Paul says, look, both sides are pretty bad in spending, and here's what he said in the middle of this shutdown kerfuffle.
The president is basically expecting a shutdown and possibly to carry out these mass layoffs. Do you think all of this is just a threat to make Democrats fold?
Well, I think both sides have to look at the proposals for spending and decide, what is the best way forward for the country. The Republican proposal adds about $2 trillion in debt over the next year, so it'll be short $2 trillion. So I oppose the Republican plan because it adds debt. The Democrat plan would add $3 trillion in debt. So really both plans are laden with deficit spending, and I think that's the biggest problem that our country faces. So I've actually proposed an alternative. I've proposed a penny plan, which would cut a little bit across the board, and my plan would balance over about 5 years. We got a vote on mine last week, and 36 Republicans supported it, 16 didn't, and no Democrats did. So my plan didn't pass either, but the plan that I would support would be a plan that reduces spending and reduces deficit spending.
All right, so that's Rand. We'll see if anything happens with his plan. Unlikely. But we had more from Mike Johnson, the Speaker of the House. He was out on with Hannity yesterday, and here's what he had to say.
President Trump showing real leadership. He's operating in good faith, and that was on display by bringing the leaders in. He heard the arguments and the debates. They're baseless. I mean, Chuck Schumer is now arguing exactly the opposite of what he has always said in his career. And why? You hit the nail right on the head, Sean. He's doing it out of political desperation.
Sombrero.
He is willing to force the government to shut down just to oppose President Trump for temporary political cover for himself, and he will abandon the American people just to do that. It's really something to watch.
It is, and they are fighting for people who are not their primary constituents, or are they, is really the question. Here was the president talking about this morning on his way to tackle the day.
President, if there is a shutdown, how many federal workers do you plan to lay off?
Well, we may do a lot, and that's only because of the Democrats. And as you know, they want to be able to take care of people that have come into our country illegally, and no system can handle that. And so we're totally opposed on that. But we just can't do it. I'd love to do everybody. I'd love to do the whole world. But our country can't handle people that come into our country illegally. And they want to give them full health care benefits. They want to open the wall again. Can you believe it? I can't even believe it. They want to open the wall. They haven't taken away boys playing in women's sports. They haven't done that. Men playing in women's sports. It's like they don't change. They lost an election in a landslide, and they don't change.
So Democrats will have to come to the table. Otherwise, it sounds like the administration is very happy to have a shutdown. And Hakeem Jeffries, our newest amigo from the White House, is not happy about any of this. He says bigotry will get you nowhere. We'll see if they come to the table. Otherwise, the shutdown looks like it's happening. And to celebrate, we might have some pupusas.